watch, don't watch. Because the door was hit, it kind of, yeah, there we go.
What's up guys, Larry Chen here. Welcome to another episode of Hoonigan Autofocus. We are out here at Adams Motorsport Park in Riverside, California, and we have a very interesting car here and a very famous guy, Adam LZ.
Hi, this is my motorsports park, Adams. How appropriate.
Exactly.
Great place to do this.
So I've had the pleasure of following Adam all last year in his efforts at Formula Drift in Pro 2 with your S15, which is a similar color. It's just pretty cool to kind of see you actually come out and try to compete.
It was really cool. I definitely enjoyed it. It was something different from a lot of the other driving that I've done, so I'm looking forward to next year as well.
Yeah, so this is completely different. This event, it's actually called Drift Week, and it's similar to something called Drag Week. Have you heard of Drag Week before? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Drag Week, I always say, is kind of like endurance drag racing, right? So it's 5 days, 5 tracks, and these cars that run up to 4,000 horsepower, they actually have to drive over 1,000 miles, right? So you guys are doing something similar, but you're actually driving farther.
And we're not just doing one pass.
And it's not just one pass. So where did you start your trip in this car?
So I started in Austin. I actually shipped the car to Austin just for like time reasons. And from Austin, we've driven here. And I think we're like 5 or 6 tracks in, about a weekend. So the car looked much better than this a week ago. But,
it was a brand new car, you're saying?
I mean, it definitely wasn't a brand new car.
Or close to it.
So the story behind this car, I have a pretty white Chaser that's like a street car here. And a friend of mine got into a really bad accident with his Chaser. And I wanted to buy the black interior and diff from it. And I kind of got a really good offer to buy the totaled car for $4,500. And I was just gonna use it for parts. And it turned out a good friend of mine, Billy Mitchell, was able to do some body work, pull a few corners out, and get the car somewhat drivable. So now I have a Missile Chaser for very, very cheap.
So you've actually driven this. Mm-hmm. How many miles is it? 2,000 miles?
I think I'm about like 2,000 kilometers on the trip right now, so.
And how is it to drive for that long?
So, to be honest, I think this is like one of the best cars for the trip. It's very reliable, it's very comfortable. The only issue I've had, the strut tower is still like an inch in, so I've been getting really bad front tire wear. I tried correcting it with some upper camber arms, but I have to run like almost like -6 camber in the front, and just going through front tires has been a struggle, and like pulling on the side of the road the whole time.
So it's kind of interesting because I've followed Drag Week for a couple years, and some of the guys even run 2 sets of injectors, 2 fuel tanks, and sometimes they remove the doors, you know, when they're actually doing their passes, stuff like that. I kind of feel like this could potentially be that in the drift world. Like, people are gonna take crazier and crazier cars on this, but you've obviously taken the smart path. You have 4 doors, you have a lot of room for your luggage, all that, and I'm sure you have your entourage traveling with you. It's gotta be a fun party, this thing.
Yeah, so it's actually just me and my friend Mike, who's been doing a lot of video work for me on this trip, so I can actually just like kind of relax and have fun rather than vlogging the whole time. And it's definitely, you know, this is kind of a competition, but I think more or less all of us just wanted to kind of have fun and have an excuse to drive different tracks with our friends from different places. So I just took the car that would hopefully be the less headache and the most fun.
Yeah, and so that's the thing is, I had a chance to check out Fielding's car. The fact that it's fully caged and you could barely fit any of his luggage or sleeping bags or whatever he has spare parts inside, it's got to be so uncomfortable. Plus, I know it's a rough ride in that thing. Whereas this, it just seems so comfortable just from the outside. Can we just do?
Can I show you the trunk?
Yeah.
You got to do the trunk. Have you ever seen the trunk in a JZX?
I have not.
They're good. Ready for it? Dude.
You could live in this thing, it's so big.
Just these cubbies alone, you can put so many tools and batteries and fluids and chargers and Oh, it's great.
So you don't actually need to tow a trailer with this to carry your spares and stuff?
Nope. So, and also too, I don't know if you've mentioned it in the other video, Aaron has been driving a truck and trailer just to transport our tires. Yeah. So I just keep one spare wheel in here in case I have a blowout or something like that, a jack, and then a couple bags of tools and suitcases and luggage and camera gear.
It's gotta be so interesting what you guys are rolling together, correct?
For the most part, we've kind of like split up into little groups because some people are faster than others and some people are slower.
Right, but it's kind of, I'm sure it's a lot of fun when you're driving along and you see another drift car.
Oh yeah.
That's just like fully pretty much packed to the brim, maybe towing a trailer, and then you're like, oh, he's one of us, you know? It's just gotta be such a different feeling doing something like this versus actually competing in Formula Drift. All right, so we went over a little bit about what you guys are doing for Drift Week, but let's go over this car.
Okay, obviously this side's a little damaged right now. We had a small incident on the trip, but originally this car was smashed on this side, so I guess it's kind of suiting in the video. For the car, it's very, very, very simple. 3-piece weds from VR wheels. The car is wrapped by Guardian wraps, a really nice copper color. Origin arrow to hide all of the smushed in fenders and everything so you can't see it. It's got a big ignorant splitter. My headlight thingy's like kind of chilling in there. My intercooler was brand new at the start of the trip, but all the rock chips kind of got to it.
Wow.
For angle, the car has Kazama 25 mil, just extended lowers, Heyman 800 PS knuckles. I've spent a lot of time driving JZX100s over in Japan, over at Power Vehicles, and Andy Gray knows how to set up one of these cars very well, and he's been really helpful with kind of steering me in the right direction to keep it simple and work. But other than that, it's still just stock handbrake, nothing really too complicated.
Let's check out the engine bay.
Yeah, it's definitely not the prettiest, but seats are just...
See, but that's the point, is all function, this thing.
Yeah, dude, super, super simple. It's actually a factory manual car, which was another reason why I bought it, because it's got cool stuff. And
I love the Ebisu circuit sticker right there.
So it's actually my birthday, that's why I kept it. I thought it was cool. Under the hood, it's just a bone stock VVTi 1J. It is a stock turbo, but it does have a steel wheel. One of my friends tossed a steel wheel in it just to hopefully not explode for reliability. Another kind of interesting thing, my friend Chris actually had this manifold laying around. It was ceramic coated and it had an external gate welded onto it with the flap shut on the turbo. Can help a little bit with the boost falling off up top. Kind of ignorant, but it's also kind of cool because it let me get away with the car being quieter on the trip and then still loud at the track. But other than that, I've got a Koyo, still factory fan. Keeps it super cool.
You really did it right. I mean, this is it. What else could you do that's so reliable and so comfortable and also looks good?
You can do a 350Z, but it's not as exciting to drive.
No, this is something else. This is so cool. So do you get a lot of funny looks when you're driving this thing on the way here?
I don't think that this is really that funny compared to other cars, if that makes sense. So like it kind of looks like, you know, maybe an Acura or another like Toyota Camry or something. Yeah. Other than the color, it's not really that ignorant.
They're like, look at that funny brown Toyota Camry with the guy driving on the wrong side.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Other than that, it's just like got an oil cooler, super, super simple. Still stock ECU, just boost turned up a little bit.
I saw you guys did a video on the window here, so tell us a little bit about this.
Oh yeah, so my window was down and we had a little pile up on track and it got smashed in the door. And I can't get another one in the States. It would probably take me a week to get one. And I was really worried about someone breaking into the car or it getting really cold on the highway or being annoying with wind noise and stuff. So I actually took out the other window on the other side, used it as a mold, and made a window out of Lexan that bolted up to the factory rails. That's, you know, it's...
But you just did it in a parking lot, right?
Yeah.
I love it so much. I think it's hilarious.
It's gonna get scratched up, but it serves the purpose, you know?
And that's kind of the fun thing about this kind of...
Don't watch. Because the door was hit, it kind of, yeah, there we go.
That's kind of the fun thing about Drift Week is you have to kind of come up with these fixes. I think many of these cars have a lot of JB Weld on them, holding them together, including Chelsea Donalfa's car.
Does it?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's like road tripping, right? With these cars that potentially are not that reliable for this kind of duty. Dude, thank you so much for showing us your ride. I cannot wait to follow you this year. Did you already announce that you're doing Pro 2 again?
Not really. I think people just assume it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
we're gonna assume that he's gonna do Pro 2 again in his awesome S15. Cool to see you out here. It's kind of weird that I haven't shot any of your other cars before. Maybe next time I'm in Florida, maybe I'll
let me know.
come check out some of your other cars. That's a wrap.
Thank you.
All right, so what's going on with the glove box?
Yeah, so you can't see back here, but I don't know if you can tell at your feet, the whole firewall is like pushed in a lot. That's why we have no foot room down there. So me and my friend Johan, we're trying to make sure this thing's okay, just for the drive. So when I put these two wires together, it turns on the fan, which is like all mangled up and stuff.
Oh my God. Wait, but that's the interior fan.
Yeah, so that way I can have heat. Because like, if you look at the airbox back there, it's all smashed, it's all shattered and everything, but we were able to like rig up a fan and like vacuum seal it with gold foil enough for it to cooperate to have heat.
Wait, so why did it get smashed? How did it get smashed?
Oh, this thing was like totaled in an accident. Like my friend was driving it and this car pulled out and it literally got totaled into it. The whole front end was pushed in. I'll give you a photo to put on the video if you want.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
It was bad, like junkyard.
Yeah. Well, at least you salvaged it.
Yeah.
And now it's out here and it's awesome.
It's perfect, man.
That's cool.